Hello, hello, it's your girl, Mummy Odonton. I hope you've had a good day. Yes, it's a good time for me to say Happy New Month, everyone. Happy New Month and happy birthday for every September celebrant out there, of which, of course, I'm one. I am one. I'm one. One of the good things about September is, your parents were busy during December, January period. They were really busy, and September came, or September they just harvest what they've sown. Is that not what life is all about? At the end of the day, it's about sowing and harvesting, sowing and reaping. So the month of September is for our parents to reap what they have sown. I really pray that this month will be a month of harvest for every single one out there. So today I would want to actually just you let's just have some discussions about some of the things that a time like this bring. It's September. We've got our kids going back to school. I stay in the UK, and I know it's the same thing with Nigeria. Kids are getting back to school in September, and I know the stress that parents could actually be passing through when it comes to getting lunch box. When mothers now being creative about what to actually make with the lunch box, the pressure that even the winter period comes with, the pressure that the existing pressure gone of inflation. Because I had one of my very close relatives, sisters, that mentioned to me that she spent about £120 in Tesco, and she got back home wondering, come, what did I buy with 20 pounds? Like, she was literally she was really shopping for her kids resumption back to school things, and she had spent £120, and she was thinking, what exactly have I bought with the £120? So parents are thinking, what, how do they want to get the money? The weather is there, because the weather would soon be changing. Your energy, you would have to use more energy, more eating in the house, so that's a whole lot of money. The kids are getting back to school. You're trying to get things ready for them, their lunch boxes, their uniforms and all. You're trying to ensure that earthwise you're on top of your games by giving them more fruits, more vegetables, and you know that by the time they get back to school, their immune system needs to be very strong to fight any external microbes. Think about all of those things, and it could come with a whole lot of prayer. Yes, I want to say that I quite understand that. I understand it. And I want to say as well that one of the ways that you can come out of the prayer is to acknowledge that this season would come and it would go. Is to actually acknowledge again that you've got the strength, you've got the tenacity, you've got the inner strength for you to embrace the challenges that a period like this could come with. I tell you what, another prayer that might come is what Nigerians now think about when it comes to Ember month, like September, October, November, December. Like, from where I've come from, they tend to see this 5 months, September, October, November, December, 4 months actually, as months that you really need to be very careful, because a whole lot of not so good things happen, and most of the time they allow those things to actually direct their lives. But it's the prayer, it's a kind of prayer as well. And so what am I saying? I'm saying that there's a whole lot of prayer, and I've just come here to tell you that you've got the tenacity, you've got the inner strength for you to be able to embrace all this prayer, and for you to be able to overcome them. I tell you what, I will ask you a question. You remember that time, just like 6 weeks ago, when these kids were going to come off school? You remember how prayer they were? You remember how you were thinking, how do you want to get stuck with these kids? What do you want to do with them for about 6 weeks? What? I remember myself thinking, how do I want to manage it? I tell you what, you've managed it. You've come out of it. And now it's time for them to get back to school again. And it's a new kind of prayer. It's a new kind of prayer that you're experiencing now. So it tells you that it will also come and it will pass as well. So I would want to say, number one thing to dealing with it is just chill out. Yes. And the other thing I would want to say again is when it comes to the inflation, buying things, shopping, and all, we want to do all of those things. But I want to encourage you to be able to stick with whatever thing you need. Most of the time we don't have an inventory, we don't have a tracker, we don't have a list of what we want to go and buy in the store, so we just go there and pick different things. I'd encourage you to keep a list of the things that you need in the store. Keep them. You can put them on your phone, you can put them on your tab, or you can write them. You know, the way we used to do when we were younger in Nigeria. Like personally, I did it. My parents were selling things, so I needed to go and buy things, and I needed to buy necessary things that we need, things that would move. I don't want to buy something into the shop and I wouldn't be getting somebody that would buy it in the next couple of weeks. No. So I need to look out for things that would really, really move in the shop. It's still the same thing. You need to highlight what your needs are and then get into the stock and get them. Buy them off. Another thing is you need to be aware of the club cards and all of that, your vouchers, your coupons, and maximize them. Yes, maximize them. Then I would want to say again, when it comes to managing 3-year-olds and plus the fact that you've got work as well, you've got to manage, even if they are not 3-year-olds, if they are quite older. It's just that it's quite difficult when they are 3 years, because they only go to school when they are 2 years or 3 years, because they only go to school for 3 hours, and you're thinking, what do you want to do within the 3 hours? And the truth is, you don't even have 3 hours. You have like 2 hours or 2.5 hours, depending on the distance of your kid's school to your house. So what I would advise is, once you get back home, just chill out and sleep. Set an alarm though, especially when you have just finished a night shift. Set an alarm for those 2 hours. Have a sleep, and by the time the kids are back, then be back with your activities of the day as well. When your kids have a nap, well, you can use that time to read. Yes, or invest in other positive things that you want to do. But I would say that because I was guilty of that, I would literally come back from dropping them off school and I want to fix my sitting room, I want to fix my kitchen, I want to fix my bedroom and all. But really, to what end? It never really finishes. They will ask chores and all. I'm not saying that don't be neat, be tidy, be tidy, but not at the expense of your health, not at the expense of your rest time. So please ensure that you actually balance things. Ensure that you really balance things. And another thing I was going to mention again is, when it comes to managing winter period, yes, please, you can get coats. I think there was a time they were giving out free coats. Maybe in some schools. You can even approach the school and ask if they have cheaper. There are even charity stores that you could get cheaper things. Yeah, it's quality things, They are of good quality, but they are cheaper. If you think that you don't have the financial capacity of buying a new one, get into a charity store and get something that is good, that is warm, that can keep your kids warm, Yes, and you can reduce the money you're paying in. It's affordable. You can do that. I mean, if you've got the money, that's fine. But if you don't, do not put yourself into unnecessary prayer. Yes, do not put yourself into unnecessary prayer. So I just wanted to come out with all of those things and let you know that, you've got it. You've got it. School is resuming very soon. Oh, yeah. But then they will still soon go on autumn break. Yes. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage myself and you actually to sit up and let it come up, like face it head on. Yeah, you are more than able as a mom, as a dad. You're more than able as a parent, for you to be able to stand true and stand strong this period of your kids' resumption. Above all, please do not pressurize yourself. So it's your girl Awumi Odonton. I hope you've been able to pick one or two things. Yes, if you're returning, if you're a returning client, if you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. If you're just joining us, my name is Omomi Odunto. Like I've mentioned, on this channel, we actually talk about life. We talk about, I'm a Christian, so I talk about things I've learned as a Christian, even things I've learned, in my personal interaction with people, and things I've learned in books as well. So please, I'll see you again next week. Have a nice week ahead. Have a nice month. Yes. Have a nice month. Bye.